Hey guys, Omni here. Welcome back for episode 6 of Monarch. We're going to go ahead and jump into this one because I got a bunch of stuff to record and edit tonight, and I still have work in the morning, so hey! Anyway, guys, if you want to see the full-length reaction to this, you can check it out over on Patreon, or if you become a member of the channel, it gets you access as well. It is a watch-along format, so you will need your own footage to sync up with the time code to react to the entire episode. Over there, you get the same thing for all the other shows and movies that we cover on the channel. You also get to suggest and vote on what movies to react to each month. We got monthly Q&As, behind-the-scenes footage, to try to make it worth your while, so you're going to support the channel. But guys, at the end of the day, I really appreciate it. If you enjoyed this reaction, to leave a like, drop a comment, subscribe if you're not already, because it really helps us out. Huge thank you to the team over at Prepper for helping me edit these highlights for you guys here on YouTube. And with that all said and out of the way, let's hop into episode 6, Terrifying Miracles. Here we go. Hey! Man, it's been a while since we've taken a trip to the past. I think we've gone 2 whole episodes without any flashbacks. Oh yeah, there's so something between these two.
I'm supposed to wear this?
No. You're supposed to eat it. I thought you might be hungry, so I picked you up some along the way.
This turner working to weaponry. Why is Billy here?
Are you kidding me? You look terrible in that dress.
Smooth.
Exhale. Smile.
That was such a his dad like expression he just pulled off right there. God, it's so weird.
Worth 3.
She's like, I'm gonna need to be wasted for this.
What I told you to do to succeed in this man's army. Remember, Lee?
Definitely, sir. You said to only punch sailors and Marines from now on.
Japanese name, yeah?
Hey, she's one of the good ones.
If we ever find another Titan, those old-fashioned men will blow it up or march it into Red Square.
Yeah, either or.
In my country, we have a saying, the nail that sticks up gets hammered down.
Not you.
No.
You're gonna change their minds, as old-fashioned as they may be.
How?
Because it's what you do. You are a force of nature. Come on.
You know, I like the stuff going on in the present day, but I'm so much more invested in what's going on at this point. I'm invested in both, don't get me wrong. Maybe interested is the better word to use. Oh, what was that? I'm thinking that was an I love you or I'm pregnant.
Sunday luncheons with the girls.
Kids.
Yeah.
Do you know what my favorite thing about children is? Never afraid to say I don't know. Everything, every day is an adventure and a mystery.
Want to know what my favorite thing about children is? Making them.
Hey, at least he's honest.
Urgent message for Captain Lee Shaw.
No.
From Bill Randa.
Oh, wow.
I'm Shaw. The things I do for Monarch.
I give up sex for Monarch. What in the world is going on? See, that's the main frustration I've got with this Monarch stuff, man. I don't know what is going on. The present day stuff. Like, we're so far in, and I have no idea what Monarch the organization wants at this point, other than files.
Is Monarch surely they could help?
They've known everything for years. I've been telling them for years. They just don't believe it.
Why not?
Because I'm crazy. Just like Wild Bill Randa and his crazy kid hero. I mean, it's amazing, isn't it? Anyone who disagrees with him has got to be just crazy.
So I assume her and Tim believe in the mission, and that's why they're kind of being a little roguish.
She worked in Japan. Chanjiro. Some of us came to Monarch saying never again.
No.
And there are more who feel like me waiting for someone to show us how. I think it's you.
Okay, but what the hell happened to Monarch, man? I know these suits and stuff kind of took it over, but then it just became not even about neutralization. They just abstain from it all. Like, I don't understand, like, what the fuck they're funding at this point. Because it's clearly not security or protection.
Sorry for interrupting your big whatever the hell it was. I don't give a shit. But I think we got a live one.
Visual confirmation?
A guy thinks he saw it, but isn't sure.
What kind of a data are we?
Okay.
It's what led us to the wreck of the Lawton.
So this is a Titan?
It's not definitively not a Titan.
Okay, that's definitively not an answer. Bogies, then what is it?
Three most beautiful words in the English language.
I don't know.
We need to get to Japan.
Yes.
See, that's what she likes about Bill, is he's very childlike in his questioning of the world.
Proposal to the committee on Friday. You heard General Puckett.
And then he's all the other things that she likes as well.
Divide and conquer. You stay and deal with the hardware store.
No. I'm not letting you go on a Titan hunt alone. Or you, both of you.
Jeez. Smooth.
Look, for the good of Monarch, something's got to give.
Let me get there.
Get where?
Mom? Shit.
Colonel.
He was excited to see him.
Well, Michelle's dancing on the side of the Angels now. Pretty respectable dancer, too.
Oh.
We can use her help.
Oh. Is this just a play to get close to...
I think your father's trying to stop what's coming, and I got a pretty good idea how he's going to do it.
Oh.
On Monarch's orders, but she's not taking orders from Monarch anymore because she's with us, and you can trust her.
Can we, though? I forgot about that phone call with May. Jeez, man, look at that, man.
He sits with his back to it. Why? So he can stare at whatever was here.
I mean, most people with an office like this don't look outward. I mean, I guess it depends. Most time I see people with like a office like that, it's always like with their back to the out.
What did Hiroshi do to get exiled from Monarch? His file sealed.
He kept retargeting deep space satellites to look at things they weren't supposed to.
Like what?
Like Earth.
Well, what do they normally look at?
Space.
Oh, for the radiation spikes, right?
Electromagnetic spectrum. Cosmic radiation.
Gamma rays.
Like these emergent points.
If we think of this as a subway map, and these are the stations, we just need to find the next stop on the line.
Good work.
Yeah, well, you know, that was the thing about Columbo. He was always right, too.
She didn't like that. She's like, yeah, sure about that. Wait. Sorry, I got a little too jumpy about that. We're not... I mean, is that... Wait. This isn't actually... They're not actually setting up a Monster Island, are they?
I constructed that. A gamma radiation simulator. The more signals I simulate, the more radiation whatever's out there generates in reply. I call it response.
This clever man has made a Titan phone.
Or...
Like a prototype orca.
Made Titan bait.
I prefer her version.
I prefer her version.
Put in a lot of miles with you Randa girls over the years. Wouldn't have made it this far without you.
What if they're his kids and not Bill's, and they just think that they're Bill's kids?
I mean, Mademoiselle here isn't the only one fed up with the way things are being run now.
The Colonel is starting a movement.
We're not here to start a movement, okay?
Are you mad he got us some help?
From one of them, yeah. Every time I think we're searching for Dad, turns out there's some Monarch business in the way.
But yes, all these roads lead to one place. But you're the ones with the map. Could have taken it any time I wanted, but I haven't done that, have I?
He's got a point.
Just to understand that the consequences will be on your heads now, too.
What consequences?
Thousands, maybe millions of lives lost that your grandparents and father were trying to save.
Yeah, she's up to something.
I wanted to call it a day in Alaska, and then someone said nut up and pack a sun hat. The only way out is through.
Thanks for your help.
Oh, that's what that was. That was a look of to give her a nudge.
How's Keiko?
I'm gonna drop a line at 0400 hours.
Set it up, see if we get any nibbles.
Billy, I asked you how...
Yeah.
I'll stand down, me. We're in my backyard, for Christ's sakes. Hot dog?
No, thank you, sir.
5-star grill master general.
My people are in the field and they need me, sir.
No, we have men for that, Lee. We call them the Army.
Not the Army, sir, just me.
In every military organization, there are generals and there are soldiers.
I understand that, sir.
You could have fooled me. Understand that what you choose will affect choices I have to make. You make the wrong choice, and I will act accordingly. But you make the right one, and you get to run Monarch your way.
He probably threw it all under the bus just to go help them out because of Keiko.
I'm sure this is the spot on the map, but what that means exactly only your dad can tell us.
Could be underground, or this is bullshit. Since they're not the navigators, you know, he could tell them they're going one way or the other, and that could be completely bogus. Oh, shit! And then somebody snipes his ass. He's gonna get in the truck and just book it. Or get shot. Oh no, he's like, get the fuck out of here. Yeah, he recognizes the device. It's that bait. But what is it? Yeah, it kind of is like a beta orca in a way. While not submitting like an alpha wave or whatever they called it, it's just kind of like pinging their frequency.
Have you ever seen one for Saturn? A Titan?
We have. They are terrifying.
Good.
Yeah, it's Shaw.
Didn't think you were gonna make the party.
Wouldn't miss it.
How'd the serenade go with the bigwigs? Wait, I thought...
Keiko's dressed like Han to me. Like, she looks like Han Solo.
Oh,
She's not too thrilled about him being here because she knows what he's risking.
You know the only thing worse than being a third wheel? Being a fourth. Let's walk.
Does Bill know? Does Bill know? Bill's gotta know, right? Why did they cover it up? Maybe to protect her stake in Monarch?
We gotta get out of here. Come on, we gotta move now. Now, move. We need to go now. Guitar, we gotta go.
Graboid. What is it? Oh, wait. Tim? Is it Tim? God damn it, Tim. What is your aim, man? Dude, he's flopping all over the place, man. He wants them to do what they're supposed to do, but he's like so thrilled with this chase that I don't get it. I don't get it. I don't get it.
Without you, there is no Monarch.
Tell me that's not why you're here. For me.
To be fair, if you listened to him, you wouldn't fall to a grisly ass death.
We can't put the greater good before our own desires.
Where is it?
It got gulped. Jeez, dude.
Oh my god.
Oh, it's Big Boy. It was him hanging out here. Oh, look at that smile. Swimming around in this thing like a big old alligator, man.
Jesus Christ, we didn't kill it.
Oh, yeah, yeah, that's a great way to find out, too. But what's this? Oh. It's a gigantic tortera, like in Detective Pikachu. No. Wait, is it him? Does it look kind of like his dorsals? Zilla. Was he literally just taking a dirt map? Oh! Run! Oof. Wow. Yeah, it is. Oh, he really was just taking a nap. Ooh. Yeah. Yeah, fuck you, Tim. Give us that. Yeah. Who dare disturb my slumber? He's like, God damn it, I gotta find a new place to nap.
He saw me.
Yeah, he did.
God, that's so cool.
The most powerful weapon this country has ever created could not bring that thing down, so we can't keep that to ourselves.
So we tell them, and then what? They build an even bigger weapon and try again. Maybe then they'll find somebody else to use it on.
All right, with the bait, use Godzilla as an organic weapon, biological weapon. Plant that signal in a city and lure him there.
Try and go sell this to Pocket.
Too late.
Gentlemen,
You've been replaced because you left.
just going over some of your field reports.
Oh, and it's this douchebag.
General Pocket handed operational command and control of Project Monarch to me. I'll expect a full report and accounting of your little...
And now they lost all of it.
Why be that?
Destroyed by love.
No one survived the crash, and we're running out of time.
Wait, is he lying? Or did Tim literally just die?
This is gonna lead us to him.
That map belongs to us.
Nah, this map stays with me.
So we chase Godzilla, then what? More people die? We can't stop him.
Jesus, Kate, I'm trying to help him.
Oh my God, you're insane.
What I am is done debating. If you come with me, you'll know everything, I promise you.
No. The only place we're going is after our father.
I'm going with them.
You go now, you'll be there long before dinner. Allons-y.
Allons-y. Well, fuck. So what's their father trying to do? He was trying to lure him, but like Shaw said he's here to help Godzilla.
Are we gonna find Dad without the map?
Well, someone always seems to have a backup of her backups. You wouldn't let us down, would you, May?
She gonna come clean about something?
No, I can't do this anymore. This is my fault.
What do you mean?
Seriously. No, I sold you out.
What?
Just hear me out, okay?
Oh, about where they were going.
They said that if I told them where we were, I could go home and I could get my life back and I could be with my family.
The only way out is through.
Look, I have money.
I don't want your goddamn money.
I can get us wherever you want to go.
Go to hell.
I'll be honest, we've seen a lot more of G-Man than I expected us to in this show. Damn. All right. That was a really good episode, dude. Again, you get a lot of bonus points for me when we spend time in the past. A lot of our speculations and theories have been confirmed. Shaw and Keiko definitely had a thing going on. I mean, they gave longing looks at each other all the damn time. It was pretty in your face about a lot of it, but like it still was never too overt about it at the same time. So does that mean, because we didn't hear what she whispered to him, because they immediately segregated themselves off from the rest of the military force there and their little private conversation about children and settling down. So I would presume either they were talking about their feelings or she admitted she's already pregnant. Have they already done it? Because it's like my favorite thing about kids is making them. So like, is he actually their grandfather and not Bill Randa? Or because of this, or is this just the fracturing in that relationship that kind of left her in Bill's arms? So I don't know. I don't know if she whispered, "I love you," or "I'm pregnant." I don't know what she did. I don't think it, I mean, if she said something verbally, I couldn't hear it at all. So I don't know. What was your interpretations of that? We got this kind of gamma beacon, this little like thing that radiates and emits gamma radiation in the attempts to bait said Titan out to wherever they want to bring it, which like they said, you know, it could be dangerous. You know, how would the military react knowing that the greatest weapon didn't kill Godzilla? Keiko made a very good point. They would probably just motivate them to make an even more powerful weapon. Probably not something we should probably, you know, motivate. If we can just learn and study these creatures and use what we've learned as abilities for safety measures, for deterrence, all the things that Monarch was meant to do before everything kind of got hijacked. But because Shaw couldn't sit still at home and trust Keiko and Bill to do what Keiko and Bill do, he had to be there for himself. He had to make sure firsthand that everything was going as according to plan and all that jazz. Honestly, who knows? You know, with the way things panned out, had he not tackled her down, she may have just died to that thing that got shotgunned her way. But to be fair, if he wasn't there, they wouldn't have needed to take that little like detour away to the dock to have that private conversation where they confessed pretty much everything for us and even had a little smoochy fest. But again, Bill was like, let's get out of here, Doc. These two need some alone time. So like, I gotta imagine he knows, because he also like dodged the question when over the radio whenever Shaw was asking about Keiko's well-being. And that might be because, you know, Bill's very much so focused on the why they're here. And I like that whole little conversation, the way it kind of played back around. You know, she does in a lot of ways, I would imagine for his values, his earnestness and traditional values that Shaw brings to the table. And the flip side of that, you know, Bill Randa is this inquisitive mind, because like her favorite thing about children was the fact that they question everything. They're excited about everything. They consume and eat the world. And as a scientist, that's how she and Bill really connect, because they need to understand the world. They need to understand these Titans. And Bill isn't afraid to admit that he's wrong or doesn't know. He just wants answers. He's inquisitive. He's curious. So they're like two sides of the same coin that she's both kind of driven towards, I could see, in one way or the other. And that's why she was afraid to get involved. He was their liaison with the military. It was already a shaky partnership to begin with, to get the funding they needed, to make sure the Monarch was doing what Monarch needed to do, or had the ability to do what they needed to do. And had he, like the general said, stayed out of the field and ran Monarch as he should, as intended, he could do whatever he wanted with it. But he couldn't swallow his feelings or his insecurities over Keiko's well-being over that. And it jeopardized the entire thing. And that's what he's saying here. He's trying to make up for it, because he set Monarch on another course. And now we can kind of see how things kind of fell apart a little bit. I still don't think, even the fact that they know about these things, they know about these creatures, why did they just give up monitoring them at any rate? I feel like we would have more volatile responses from Monarch when these things were going on, if that was the case, not apathy. I don't know. It feels weird. I get the sentiment that's going on, but I just don't understand the logic, because the fear was that they would overreact and do shit they wouldn't need to do. But in turn, they're just fucking ignoring it. And how is Shaw planning on helping Godzilla? Because is that Monarch's goal right now? Is he's trying to track him down through all this stuff. That's his goal, is to save this creature that he's trying to make up for that attack, for the instigation, and trying to, maybe Monarch is trying to find these things and exterminate them, but they're not doing a good job at any of that. Like, they're just so fucking incompetent. Shaw right now, I don't know how much I trust him and how much he's being transparent. Also, don't know how much I trust the French lady. Is she actually, was she earnest? I mean, she took out those Monarch agents, so she's putting on a damn good show, if not. And I still don't understand Tim. Can anybody give me your interpretation of what Tim has been trying to achieve? Because it seems like he's just changing sides. His stance changes with the wind, with whoever just gives the guy a little bit of fucking praise or power. It seemed like he was like kind of counter current Monarch, and then he just signs right up to help current Monarch snuff out Shaw and this whole thing. I would imagine their goals all aligned, but he's just so blinded with this kind of control he's been handed, this seat at the table, temporary as it may be. It just seems like that's all gone to his head. We presume, again, going back to my thing about whether or not we can trust Shaw, he's the one that went and examined the crash site of the helicopter that Tim and those other soldiers were in, and he said there were no survivors. Is Tim dead? Is Tim dead? I don't know. Will we even get answers for that now, if he actually is? I can't imagine he is. I think Shaw's just fucking lying. And then Hiroshi was here to wake up Godzilla, lure him away, something. We don't know what he's doing. He's like, hey, I'm here. I'm sending out this signal to wake up Godzilla, but don't come near. But Godzilla being under that mountain, just think of the logistics of that, because he wasn't too deeply under it. And also him hanging out in that lake, because we got confirmation that he was smaller back then. I couldn't tell to scale there with how he was in the water. This could line up with what we saw in the Godzilla x Kong trailer, where he finds these places that are high in gamma radiation and hibernates there, absorbs it, strengthens himself. So every cycle, every time one of these things pops off, he goes there to try to absorb some of that. And I'm wondering if that connects or will connect to what we saw with his metamorphosis, because every time he hits a spike, we see an increase in his size. He's gotten bigger from 2014 to King of the Monsters to Godzilla vs. Kong. Like, each time he's gotten bigger, his design's changed, and yeah, we're seeing a different iteration of that as well coming up with this other like installation with these crystals and this whatever this pink radiation is that's melding with his normal blue. I'm just very curious to see what direction this is going to go in, because I imagine they're going to be setting this up. And also there's a lot of questions about why is this radiation coming from Earth to begin with. Obviously it might be leaking up, I would assume, from Hollow Earth, which is where all these creatures seem to have originated. I know the new Kong movie or whatever is going to dive into the origins of the Titans, and I wonder if they're just going to boil down to it, because they mentioned it earlier in this season, that maybe what originated in Titan, maybe when the meteor hit Earth or some shit. I have to imagine it's from space is going to be whatever is emitting this radiation in the Hollow Earth outward is from space. And maybe that's what lured Ghidorah here originally in the past, was to consume that or follow that. But we're supposed to learn about that in the new Kong versus Godzilla movie. So I'm wondering if this is going to kind of tee that up. On top of all that too, May finally came clean. No details on exactly what she did, just that she pissed some people off. She's got a shit ton of money stocked up, but she's been too afraid to touch it because that could throw up signals about where she is, and she was just tired of it, so she sold them all out, and now the group is fractured, and they're just off in the desert trying to find Hiroshi, and we'll see what happens next, guys. So, what do you guys think of the episode? What are your thoughts? What are your interpretations? What are your theories? Sound off the comments. Let me know your thoughts down below. We'll carry the conversation after the video. I hope you enjoyed the reaction. If it did, leave a like, drop a comment, subscribe if you're not already. Remember, if you want to see the full-length reaction, check it out over on Patreon, or if you got a memorable channel, get you access as well. And speaking of, before we go, I want to shout out our channel legends: Benny Sherritt, Ryan Karen, York Horscom, Melito, Robert Anguiano, Jeffrey Hale, Jake Cantrell, Eric Official, Amy Becca, Casey Wood, JoJo, and Sai. Thank you guys so much for your continued support. That's it for this video, guys. I'll see you all in the next one. Take care, everybody.